"16 brought budding hips and thicker thighs. Becoming a woman felt like becoming fat, so I told myself just the right. I tiptoed to the bathroom, turned on that whoosh of water, and stretched my middle finger to scratch that slippery flap of skin at the back of my throat. I called it portion control post-portions. I wanted a belly without bumps, thought thighs shouldn't touch, so I told myself still that's Adderall and snack on that when your stomach rumbles. Because eating nothing but one fun-sized pack of M&Ms for 3 days before Halloween scared me less than fitting into my costume, where my 2 lower ribs poked out past my skin and the zombie circles under my eyes took no makeup. It's been 6 years since 16, and 35 pounds later, these chunky hips and flabby thighs mean more than just fat. I learned to love the handles on my hips, back, and arms, nicknamed my stretch marks zebra stripes, but when did I stop feeling nauseous after lunch? Why did I stop feeling like pork sausage stuffed into short shorts? Did I stop being bulimic when Beyonce made busting bodies bootylicious? Did my pudgy belly feel love when Kanye West said he'd still hit it if I ain't fit? Did starvation force food instead of fingers down my throat? Or did I feed myself confidence from MTV screens where husky asses jiggling and rippling to hip-hop beats satisfied my hunger for someone, anyone, to name my body beautiful? But does self-love become sin when it's built upon the faceless bodies of my sisters, bulging breasts, chunky love handles, wide hips that sway, some new commodities exchange my body image for sale and trade, like take emaciated legs for a pair of juicy thighs. Don't trade an itty-bitty waist, but pay for that Kardashian ass round and wide. It's big girl self-confidence hustled off a media-made auction block. Today I say I love my body no matter how big. And I use my middle finger only how nature intended. But I wonder, this hourglass, another shape I squeeze to fit into? I like big butts, some line my insecurities give into. Did I grow up and grow into thick hips, butt, and thighs, or does my oppression just come in this slightly larger size?
Four letters I've received over the last 3 years. Dear Ben, where have you been, man? I mean, I still see you around, but you're not yourself. Are you okay? Are you sick? With the disease everyone is afraid to name. Fearing that their voice will somehow make this more than just another bad day, craft the emptiness of my laughter into something diagnosable. Dear Mr. Gredenbeck, please go to your local pharmacy as soon as possible. Your prescriptions for risperidone and citalopram have been waiting for you. These pills should help to mitigate the symptoms of your depression, is the public safety official's appraisal that I am a condemned building. Too weak to stand on its own, a danger to itself and those nearby until it has been fixed by the therapy pharmaceutical construction crew. Dear Ben, I can't do this anymore, can't be with you anymore, and I hate that. But being with you makes my skin crawl. You're needy and dark, and being around you ruins the days you used to brighten. When you get better, I'm here. But I can't love someone who's depressed, is a straitjacket for intimacy, restraining me from caressing the faces of those I love, keeping my arms at my sides during a supportive hug, comfort resistant. It brushes away kind words as pitying fallacy, strangles emotion out of every moment, strangles enjoyment out of every moment, until laying alone in bed feels the same as fucking, the same as holding hands, the same as shared laughter, like nothing. Dear son, is it getting any better? This is all my fault. I've let every defeat throughout the course of my life beat me into surrender and pessimism, and I know you're only living by the example I've set for you. But please, don't let this beat you, boy. You know I'm always here to talk when you're feeling depressed. Is my jaw wired shut when the people who love me try to help? The terror that the oceans in my eyes will erode away the shoulders I soak with salt water until I drown alone in my own tears. Depression is wanting to drown in my own tears, waking up from dreams of being shot, crushed, pushed off a cliff, and wishing they were real. Depression is watching friends abandon my frail foundations, shying away from the red petals they fear will bloom from my risks, and while every fallen friendship is more confirmation I am derelict, I understand their flight, because no one hates being around me more than I do, but I cannot escape. Arms too heavy to reach for song, or pen, or helping hand, or any action that might smile me out of this. I'm frozen immobile by the ice in my gut, so how the fuck do I move on when I can't even move? Dear friend, lover, father, it is for you that I shout the word lurking under all of your tongues, not as a diagnosis or concession, but as a declaration of war. I cannot yet fight it for myself, but this building will crumble to rubble before I stop fighting for fear of losing all of you. You shall be my armor and my arsenal. You shall be the courage, hoisting me up like a siege ladder to surmount the fortress of self-hatred that has cried me its captive. Thank you for being the reason for my ascension until I can start getting up for me.
Professional, pristine, I gotta look clean when I leave the house. Brush out my bird nest knots, smooth out these sexy locks. God put specks of gold in these strands. I said, God put flecks of gold in this man. Tie my hair with 2 black bands, belayed into a bun, reflects colors of the sun, greased. Haven't washed in a week, sounds gross if the way you wash your hair is OCD. Yes. Overcompensating for dirt, cause a little natural oil never hurt, especially when I avert my eyes from constant commercials and wise stylists who hold shampoo daily bottles in one hand, a set of scissors in the other. My mom's friend, who I just met, strokes my free-flowing mane, says, "You need to trim those nasty split ends." For over half a decade, I've had to resist with the strength of Samson against the Philistines, that dagger blade trying to cut my hair away. Step off, Delilah. How would you like it if I trimmed your hair off? 6 years ago, I sat on my bed reading the Bible for pleasure, read about Nazarenes. Blades didn't touch their bodies, nor did they consume fruit from the vine. Well, I reign from Napa, so of course I drink a little wine with my meal, wear more than robes, trim my beard, but my hair began growing and still does. I'm not saying a golden halo rests on my head, or that my appearance serves a higher purpose, but damn it if my spirit doesn't flow through these locks and into your eyes. I choose to keep scissors away from my head, for now. And welcome my body's rejuvenating oil, and it is fucking beautiful. Gliding down to the lowest tip, tells stories laced with courage. Quarter of the way down, first steps under the Berkeley sky. Halfway down, student transcript reads, first 4.0 of my life during junior college. 3/4 toward the beginning of these timeline locks. Sweat drips from my hair as I sprint across a basketball court, competing for a position on my first team at Napa College. In the splitting ends, broken beginnings of fading memories, collision in a midnight car crash, or crushed heart, first love, failure, last cut on her birthday. These hair strands serve as reminders of where my journey began. I may choose to make a change, chop off for any reason I want, but to those folks who have wise styling tricks, how to make my hair grow faster, how to make it shine brighter, how to make it look healthier, I follow my dreams. Keep them with me as I go along and they fade to memory. And growing to my own standards means more to me than cutting down for yours.